Today I'll be talking about Module 8 online. First thing I said, I think marriage is not limited to same-sex couples anymore. People start thinking about marriage after being together in a long-term relationship. I think inequality has played a big part in marriage. People still marry from the same social, educational, and financial status. Even now, same-sex marriage is still not being protected and legalized in some countries. Social change plays a role in marriage. There are many things that impact our decisions, even in marriage, like our culture, policies, and laws. Society has changed over time, focusing on more on individualism. Now, society supports being independent, does not pursue the idea of marriage until later on. Cohen mentions that about two-thirds of people who marry have lived together, which refers to the diversity we're experiencing in marriage in this generation. People can live together before getting married, which it was unacceptable before. In fact, single mothers and their children have poverty rates about 5 times those of married couples with children. Cohen highlighted the inequality we live in now, where single mothers are struggling to live in good conditions, and others who are married with high salaries can be financially stable. Social change has an impact on marriage now. The idea is not forced onto adults as much. The growth of individualism and the goals of individual fulfillment and self-expressions has weakened the ties of marriage. Society supports individualism, which can lead many people to marry later. I think marriage has been impacted by many things this generation. We marry when we are financially and socially ready and we can cohabit. This can make the marriage rate decline. We also look for a partner who is similar to us in terms of education and financial level. I have seen in many countries that do not consider same-sex marriage legal or acceptable. We still face some inequalities when it comes to marriage and choosing a partner. We still need our culture and family approval when it comes to marriage. I think when it comes to marriage, stable and people marry faster. Financially stable people marry faster than poor people. Some do not get the support or resources they need to be able to marry. Second question, I said, I believe the factors that decline marriage can be culture, economics, and demography. I think culture in America focus more on being self-oriented, which can slow down the decisions to get married. People see now that marriage is done later, which we are when we're financially stable and ready for that step. Marriage can be viewed as a financial struggle by others. Society has many expectations for a partner, like appearance, financial status, and education level, that have to match. I think for race and ethnicity, people are expected to marry within the same group. People with education or college degrees delay marriage until they finish the college. Cohen mentioned that in America, people focus on individualism and being independent, which are afraid of getting married. This also defines the culture of America and shows that it does not support the idea of getting married young. The worry that people in modern American society are excessively individualistic or self-oriented is very old. For people who are learning or getting college degrees, marriage is not their top priority. They usually get in marriage after finishing their degrees, which affects the marriage rate. The tendency of those in college or people who are graduating school delay marriage when they finish school and they establish their careers means that marriage occurs for them later in life. I value the idea of marriage and getting married because my end goal is getting married in a relationship. It's something that my culture has, and it became one of my beliefs now. I believe generations next will not value the idea of marriage like now. New generations focus on dependency and self-orientation. I think people prefer to cohabit before getting married to see if they are compatible. Financial stability is also a factor. People tend to cohabit if they're financially unstable. People who are also in education delay marriage until they finish and they cohabit in a relationship. Economics play a role in marriage, such as being financially steady to get married. Advantages can be financial savings. Disadvantage can be less stability in the relationship. Cohen focus on the idea of financial stability when it comes to marriage. Marriage holds many responsibilities, which can lead to people wanting to delay marriage, especially those with financial struggles. Among poor and working class couples, cohabiting often reflects a plan to marry once they have more money. Also, marriage has some advantages like stability, feeling secure in the relationship, but living together without marrying, even that with the expectations of marrying, is not just an experiment in a vacuum. It has effects on the relationship that may be permanent. I do not fully support the idea of cohabitation. It can make the relationship feel less secure, not permanent, and such can dissuade cohabitation because of the religious factors, legal structure, and family stability concerns. For last question, I said I believe that marriage has many legal benefits and protections. For example, now same-sex marriage is considered legal. Married people receive tax benefits and health insurance. It can also give access to inheritance and personal information. Some that does not fit in our family structure can be single parents or LGBTQ community individuals. Could mention that people who marry from the same sex have faced many struggles. They do not get their full rights in getting married. In some places, it's still not considered legal to marry someone of the same sex. Marriage has rights, and it can be viewed as owning the woman. Coincide in which women became the property of their husband family upon marriage. The legacy is still visible in the traditional practice of the bridal father giving her away at the wedding. I think marriage has many benefits politically. Even during a divorce, the woman usually takes half of the husband's assets, which while people who marry on the same sex still struggle to get their rights, it has become legal in some states for them to get married and gain benefits. Some people who can struggle with marriage as single parents are single parents because of the financial struggles they face. Cohabiting couples that do not receive benefits from the government or legal protection as well. That'll be it. Thank you.